It is complete whiteout conditions right now. I cannot even see, like, there's the shoreline 10 feet behind me. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. As you can see, I am out here in the pitch black. I decided that it would be a good idea to snowshoe my way on out here after dark in the deepest snow that I've ever seen. It has been such a good winter this year. I brought a shovel along with me today, and I'm gonna dig out a little snow shelter. I'm gonna dig down and build some walls up and light a fire in there, and hopefully I'll be nice and cozy for the next couple nights. Or maybe I'll freeze my butt off. We'll see. Stay tuned. It should be a good video. I think the very first thing that I'm gonna do is dig out a little pit for my fire and get the fire going, because that just instantly makes me feel way more comfortable, especially at night, especially in the winter. Everyone loves a good campfire. Oh yeah. Lots of snow here. Lots of snow. So what I'm doing here is digging a bit of a semicircle. So on the round part, I'll have my fire, and then I'm building up this wall, which will be nice and straight, and I'll sleep this way. And this wall will kind of protect me from the wind a little bit, keep me a little sheltered, and hopefully reflect a little bit of the heat of the fire back onto me overnight. This is not something I've ever done before, so I actually have no clue what I'm doing, but we'll see if it works. That was so close to the camera. Oh, I thought that might happen. Are you okay? I just spent the last couple hours gathering as much firewood as possible. I don't think I've got quite enough to last me the entire night yet. I still have a little bit more to do, but all that hard work has made me really, really hungry here. So I'm gonna get started on dinner, and I'm stoked because it's pizza night. All right, this is how you make a camp panzerotti. Get your tortilla, a little bit of pizza sauce on there. Spread that around with your stick. You can use a little bit more pizza sauce. Cheese, oh yeah. Pepperoni, put some bacon on there. A little bit more cheese. Gonna give that a fold. Okay. Actually, could I fold this in? Ooh, look at this technique, ready? Let's hold it all together a little better. And press that down, and that's going straight onto the grill. Oh yeah. Give that a few minutes. I just gave it the first flip and it's working out perfectly. Oh yeah. Cheese still needs to melt a little bit here, but look at that beauty. Mmm. Mmm. That worked out really well. It's got a bit of a smoky flavor to it, which is good. Look at that. Mmm. even have my fire at full size yet. I'm gonna make it like all the way over to here, and I can already feel quite a bit of heat in this little circle I've created. It's working well. I'm excited to see how the night goes. I've got a couple of these foam folding pads. I got my inflatable sleeping pad, and then my -20 sleeping bag with a soft liner on the inside of it. I think that that's going to be more than enough to be nice and cozy tonight. I couldn't be happier with this setup. It really seems to be working well. Apparently it's -15 right now, but I'm just sitting here comfortably in a sweater. Like I've been sitting here for hours now, and I'm not chilled even in the slightest. I'm actually quite warm, so I should be more than comfortable in my sleeping bag tonight. And yeah, it's pretty reassuring. So I'm probably gonna hit the hay here, and yeah, I'll wake up in a couple hours to put some more wood on the fire. But I'll say goodnight, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. I can't believe it. I actually had an incredible sleep. I didn't even bother getting up once to put any wood on the fire. I kind of just let it die out, and I was nice and warm all night. That was, I needed that. I really needed that. That was like a better sleep than I would have had at home, believe it or not. But it looks like there is a little bit of a storm rolling in, so I might get some snow here. So first things first, I need to get some smaller sticks and get this fire going again. And then I want to get maybe hang my tarp up above me, just so that I don't wake up under a foot of snow tomorrow. But I've got all day to take care of a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, firewood, shelter improvements, delicious meals, hanging out, and warming my toes next to the fire. I guess that's on the agenda today. It is cappuccino time. Oh, that is so nice. You know what they say about breakfast sausage? So my shelter is all set up nice. It's literally a perfect shelter, maybe the coolest shelter I've ever made. And I've just run into a challenge that I could have never expected. When I walked in here last night in the dark and found this perfect spot to set up, I did not realize that I set up my little shelter about 100 feet from someone's cottage. I feel like such an idiot right now. And I'm just so uncomfortable because I feel like I'm a total creep. I had no clue that they were there. And it's a Monday night. And I figured no one would show up, but I just saw them show up. So yeah, I'm gonna have to pack up and leave. Like, obviously I'm not doing anything to disturb the peace, but I just feel like if I were the owner of a remote cottage, and especially later tonight, if I saw someone walking around at night with a headlamp behind my property, I would just feel so. It would be a threat, right? So, yeah, I don't want to be a bother. I definitely don't want to be a creep. So I'm gonna have to pack up and leave. It's still it's early afternoon. I think it's about 1:30 right now. So I still have tons of time. But this is so annoying. This is such a cool shelter, and I've got a bunch of hardwood that I've chopped up. So a part of me just wants to go and like knock on their door and be like, "Hey, here's the situation." Maybe I'll do that. I just feel so weird. I've just been sitting here thinking about it, and I'm gonna leave. I'm not going home. I'm gonna go to a different spot to set up another shelter. But I think that's a respectful thing to do. I really was debating whether or not I should go and knock on the door, but I'm just not gonna bother them. You know, when you have a cabin like that, it's probably because you want some peace and solitude. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it be, and I'm not even that annoyed. It's just. This is just such a ridiculous situation. Okay, so I'm back to ground zero, I guess. I have no camp. I certainly have no firewood. And I'm just wandering aimlessly. I don't know, just looking for a spot to survive the night. I will check in with you when I've got a better plan here. Holy crap. It is complete whiteout conditions right now. I cannot even see, like, there's the shoreline 10 feet behind me. And I'm showing you the rest of the lake here. This is gnarly. Wow. Looks like there's some moose tracks here leading into the woods. I'm gonna follow them, and maybe it'll lead me to a cool campsite. Beauty. Okay. Okay, so I think I've just found the perfect spot to camp tonight. And it might even be better than the last one. It looks like there's a lot more accessible firewood here. So it looks like things are working out after all. Okay, I'm just gonna repeat the process of digging out this little fire pit and building a little bed for me to sleep on. Here goes nothing. Oh yeah, this snow is so deep. Just packing this area down a little bit, and in a few hours it'll be nice and frozen solid, and I'll be able to sculpt it into a perfectly flat surface where I can lay out my sleeping bag and sleep quite comfortably tonight. I think what I'll do next is hang my tarp up, and then that'll give me a way better idea of where I want to lay out my sleeping bag. Yeah, this is the heaviest snowfall I've ever seen in my life, no doubt. I'm just shoveling a bunch of snow onto the back of the tarp, and that'll seal off the airflow and insulate behind me a lot better. The new and improved Snow Shelter 2.0. I like this one even better. This just feels like a more legit setup. and I am very far from any civilization, any cottagers. I'd like to also clarify that my last shelter, it was still on public land. Like, I was okay to be there, but it was just too close for comfort, and I want to respect people's privacy. So yeah, here we are. I wasn't kidding when I said the firewood was close to the shelter. This is literally right in my shelter. Whoa. Oh, I know better than that. I'm lucky I didn't get hurt there, but that's exactly what not to do. I'm just gonna cook up some pork souvlaki. It's nice and easy and super delicious. I'm gonna go get some more firewood while I'm waiting for it to cook. All right, it is souvlaki time. I just have to say again, I'm so surprised at how well these little snow shelters are working. Like, it's killer, especially with the tarp behind my back. All the heat just seems to be contained within this little circle. And the entire time I've been nice and cozy. It's always like so much work throughout the day, but then at the end of the day when you can just sit down and warm yourself next to the fire, there's nothing quite like it. Especially in the winter, it's pure bliss. Now we're talking. The snow walls are holding up nicely here, even with the hot fire. Yep, I like it. I like it, folks. All right, I think that's just about it for me. Gonna crawl into my sleeping bag. See you in the morning. Good morning. Slept quite well. The fire's completely out though. I once again did not even touch it. It lasted a long time though. It probably burned hot until like 3 or 4 in the morning. And then, oh my gosh, my mustache is mangled. Yeah, I stayed warm in my sleeping bag. And this morning, I'm not gonna have breakfast. I'm just gonna skip breakfast and pack up and get on out of here and treat myself to a big lunch when I'm on the road. When I was building this shelter, I knew all along that I was gonna have to dig my tarp right out. You're gonna have to be gentle not to break it. not joking around when I said I was getting a big lunch. Oh yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. My first meal after a good camping trip, it always hits. I'm gonna have a moment here with this pizza, but thank you guys as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.